All right. I do love those cards. They're so funny. Up here in the top left, our Red Tyranny won game 1. It is
MaringKing Prime.
looking good already today. Over here, in towards the bottom right of Abyssal City, it is our blue Terran. He played kind of poorly that last game. He is
Set2.
And again, that was, that game, you never see a TVT that quick. Like, even Proxy Marauder that wins normally doesn't go that quickly, but, when you make a decision like what Hack made there, that can occur. So I'll be interested to see why he chose this map, especially against MaringKing, because I feel like this type of map is going to be quite nice for MaringKing, because he's just so good at the movement of bionic units in this matchup, at multi-pronged harassment, things like this. So I feel like either Hack he wants to do something like that, because he's kind of like that as well, or he has a very special plan for the map. It could be either way here, but it's an interesting choice nonetheless. So we do have a very quick gas coming from MaringKing after his racks, whereas Hack is also getting his gas, but it's a little bit slower, so he's going to be down by just a little bit of gas. And I'm not surprised to see Hack get gas. I didn't expect him to go for a 1 racks command center when he's chosen this map. You know, that's kind of weird. I feel like if you're going to choose a map that you have a technical build on, that you're going to be able to execute very well, as opposed to just kind of standard macro play. So we'll have to see what these guys have planned here. The build that MaringKing did last game would not be a bad choice on this map. I don't think this game will look anything like that last one, though, even if that's how it goes. And, okay, MaringKing looks like he wants to go for a quick Reaper. Already getting that very fast tech lab. And, the Reaper, he has plenty of area to jump up into that main base, so not a terrible choice whatsoever. Meantime, Hack has actually gone for a reactor on his racks. And this is... Oh, okay. I think he's going to go ahead and throw down that command center and then immediately throw down a factory. I believe that's what we're going to see from Hack here. He'll have a decent amount of Marines and pretty quick tech, because he never stopped mining gas. Because there's 2 reasons that you would do the... Wait, let me see if he saw the tech there. Okay, he never... Yeah, he did see the tech lab. Okay, so he knows a Reaper's going to be coming, and he should be spreading his Marines pretty soon. But anyways, there's only 2 reasons you'd ever go gas, reactor, expand. And one is to trick your opponent because he scouted your gas, and the other is because you're going to tech up right afterwards, and you want to get that extra Marine production going, but you want to be gas heavy as well. So it makes sense that Hack is teching up from here. Now he has 2 Marines in the front, and this is going to surprise MaringKing just slightly. He is building his command center down there, so it makes sense that he has a couple, but MaringKing could have gone towards another way. In fact, he's trying to get in over here. Is it? Maybe the other... I actually do not know if the southern walls here are... I feel like a scrub right now, but I actually am not completely sure if he can get the Reaper up those southern walls. Maybe not. That could be why that Reaper hasn't gone in yet. And this Reaper, not long for this world it's looking like. Yeah, I guess he can't get up there. Okay, those are too tall. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't TVT with Reaper builds on this map, can you tell? All right. Now, Hack going straight up right now into his Banshee tech, whereas MaringKing going much more standard. And he is just going straight into 3 racks Marines. His stim actually a little bit later than I thought it would be. And Hack putting on a lot of pressure here before this bunker's actually done. That Reaper on a move command, and actually Hack going to be able to deal a decent amount of damage here. Luckily for MaringKing, he does have 3 Raxes, so he's going to be able to come down the ramp with Marines and actually kill this off. And actually protects those 2 SCVs. I thought for sure he'd kill at least one of those, but All right, that was fine. Fine on both sides. They both have the same amount of SCVs right now at 25. They both have just a smattering of Marines. It doesn't really matter all that much. Oh, and Hack actually got a really quick medevac here. That is interesting. Looks like he actually wanted to go for the quicker medevac drop, and he's getting siege tanks. This really looked like a Banshee opener, but getting those siege tanks out is very useful as well. You know, when you have very quick siege mode, you have a few different options. You can do a quick push if you want and try to utilize that, but they're better defensively, and that'll make it so that MaringKing can't just swarm with Marines so easily. Now here comes the medevac drop. MaringKing does have combat shields right now. That's going to help a lot, but he doesn't have anything to heal. He does see this now, and starting to target down some of these reactors. Let's see. And MaringKing playing very carefully here. And Hack's just going to get out of there. Oh, that was nice. That was actually really nice when you think about it. You know what? He has this medevac, and he's just utilizing these Marines. He's keeping MaringKing in his base. He's basically killed off the reactor, made him lose some mining time, has him a little bit on the defensive. Very good job so far by Hack here. And he's going to run. Ooh, almost runs into a missile turret. So he was kind of figuring out what's going on, too, because that's kind of like an anti-Banshee missile turret, but it's going to do well against the drops as well. Now. We do have another little drop going down. Not going to do anything, though. Not going to have to back up for now. Now, MaringKing still not going siege tanks. Looks like he's going to go siege tanks down there. Kind of a funny location, but MaringKing is so much on the map that he can do things like that, and it doesn't normally make any difference. You know, it's in fact on this map, it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because the main is just so droppable, and Hack has already shown that he wants to do things like drop the main base. So by making his factory down there, it's less likely he's ever going to be stopped on siege tanks, because his mobile ground army will always be in front of that area, whereas there's always a possibility of big drops to the main base, which could screw up siege tank production. So I kind of like it, actually, by MaringKing. Kind of fits what's going on in this game, and the map, and his opponent, and him. Fits like a glove. All right, so MaringKing's starting to walk up here, but the siege tanks, as mentioned before, the swarming won't work out very well. We do have this drop coming up, and, well, there's more than enough here from Hack to stop that. Dead in his tracks. Now, Hack doesn't have combat shields yet, and this is because he's really been focusing on his tech a little bit more. He's been focused on medevacs and siege tanks, all that good stuff. And that puts him very much on the defensive. He doesn't have combat shields and he doesn't have stim, whereas MaringKing has both of those. He simply can't move out on the map at all, but he can do things like, if he wants, he can get another command center quicker. Of course, MaringKing can do that as well. In fact, just now has started it because he does have that map control. But basically, based upon what they've chosen, not much damage can be done to each other. Now, MaringKing's still going to be trying for damage. He's going in with medevacs on two sides, one in the natural and one in the main base. And this one in the natural actually doing an okay job so far. He's killed off the siege tank. The one doesn't get into the main base, though. And let's see, what has he actually killed here? He's actually killed off 10 SCVs total. That is pretty impressive. I feel like that's a little bit high, but let's take a look. It's 51 to 42 SCVs now. So yeah, basically they would have been even in those SCVs, but they are not as of this point. Now we do have a counter drop going on by Hack. Big stim by MaringKing to go up there and try to save this. Nice, forcing some cancels. If he could get that eBay, it would be big, but definitely not going to be able to. Nice move here by MaringKing. And Hack a little bit slow responding to that. He could have killed a little bit more than that. MaringKing just kind of outplaying Hack so far. Well, MaringKing walking out with a very little army. Oh, that's painful right there. 2 medevacs down. He will save some of these units. Those units are not very important right now. They might help out a little bit in a flank, but killing the 2 medevacs was pretty big. Now, what is Hack doing out here? This is a pretty small army that he has, but 3 siege tanks will help out a lot. Thing is, MaringKing, if he hits from both sides, I feel like he's going to have a good chance of busting through here. We will see, though. He can't lift any more Marines onto that high ground. In fact, he's got to be really careful about that. Now, MaringKing, this is a scary situation, but once MaringKing cleans this up, he should be able to take a lead. Now here he goes, he's spread, he's stimming, he's running in here. He has his Marauders up towards top, at least one of them was going after those siege tanks, and now he will take that out. And in the meantime, taking out everything in the main base, and yes, as he cleans it up, the lead does become his. He's up in supply, and now the siege tank count that Hack has been working on all game has been equalized. At the same time, MaringKing has that third base, so that, without any doubt, was an overextension from Hack. I'm really surprised he chose to do that. I mean, the siege tanks help out a lot against Marines, but you need to have pretty huge armies to allow yourself to move out that quickly. And since he, got so many siege tanks so early and skipped the Marines for so long, there was never really a chance, except for MaringKing messing up, for that to work out that well. But this is a little bit foolhardy by MaringKing, just kind of stimming and running into a line into Hack. And, Hack going to pick off a couple siege tanks. So now Hack, that's very good for him. The one problem is his third base is a bit slower. MaringKing, though, adding that additional factory. And let me check real quick if Hack has gotten his second fact yet. Yeah, he hasn't. So MaringKing, even though he's lost some additional tanks right there from going to even losing a couple extra, he'll catch up because he is getting that single quicker. No, that's kind of painful there. It's a sneaky little move by Hack. Gains him a little bit of ground. He does need to slow down that fourth base, considering his third is so slow. And in fact, just seeing that MaringKing was making that command center, Hack should throw down a command center right now, because he knows that MaringKing was planning on that, and that kind of gives him the window to easily get it and have that one at least be ahead, whereas his other command centers have been behind MaringKing. MaringKing stimming through the center here. Hack, he's spread a little bit thin again, trying the same tactic once again, and it looks like this is probably why he chose the map. It looks like this is something that he's probably had a lot of success with in practice. Now, will it end up working here? He's doing okay killing off some Raxes, and in fact, Hack has a pretty big army out on the map, so MaringKing does have to be very careful how he does this, because if he stims in and attacks it, well, it looks like he's far enough away from the rest of Hack's army that this should be able to work out. And some Marines coming from that high ground as well. That's a very important part, sniping that siege tank, but Hack doing a reasonable job here. He's got a nice little row of siege tanks there, but with nothing left over, MaringKing could easily drop in there, but at the same time, Hack is doing a counterattack. And in fact, can he catch those medevacs? That would be absolutely huge. MaringKing's starting to be a little bit more on the defensive, and look at this. Suddenly, those two factories, the position of them is going to pay off for Hack, and Hack dealing a lot of damage right now. MaringKing looking like he's going to be in some trouble. And in fact, MaringKing's almost dead right now. A very quick turnaround here. We have quite a bit to say about that as we do end, but MaringKing trying to break through here. Looks like he might be able to, but he is losing this command center as well. So Hack now on 3 bases against the 2-based MaringKing. MaringKing at 28 SCVs against 57. And at this point, even though MaringKing looks like he's not even going to clean up this reinforcement, MaringKing is looking more and more unlikely to win this game. And, well, I mean, Hack's going to have to back up. In fact, this is a good situation for... Oh my god, that was gross. This is a good situation for Hack to back up. It looks like he was backing up a little bit too late there. The scrappiness of MaringKing's style has come through a little bit to bust him out, but Hack just needs to go into defensive mode because he's killed a base. You don't use a bunch of units to kill a base and then go try to kill your opponent. You kill the base, and then you back up, you reinforce, you let your bigger economy kick in. Instead, he kept fighting, and ended up losing quite a few units there, which is giving MaringKing a little bit of something to do here. I mean, he still has a decent number of Marines, but overall, he doesn't have the siege tanks. He doesn't have the economy to really do this as long as Hack defends well, as we are kind of seeing right here. MaringKing doing a pretty good job, though, with what he has. MaringKing always does so well with what he has. In fact, those Marines are 3-3 against just 2-1 a pack, so that's a big part of why that's happening. And Hack actually has to lift off. It's getting a little bit crazy now. Hold on, the SCV count. Yeah, he's actually reduced Hack's SCV count to 36. So we've had a couple bungles this game by both players. MaringKing, when he, after crushing the first siege plus drop-in, when he attacked over towards the kind of that 4th base small mining location of Hack and lost those siege tanks, losing that chunk of army allowed Hack to do the attack again, which got Hack like a nice strong lead. And then MaringKing, and then HackT, once he killed the third base of MaringKing, overextend there a little bit. Instead of pulling back. If he had pulled back, then he doesn't lose those SCVs. Then his third base never lost mining time. Then he has an army much bigger than he has now. He'd probably be at closer to 160 supply. In which case, MaringKing would have an almost impossible time breaking through. Only 2 bases and only 20 SCVs. But MaringKing has brought it somehow kind of back to even through these mistakes of HackT. MaringKing kind of just opening up the center. You know, he's so siege tank low, he just needs a lot of mobility here. He needs to be able to run through and be very quick and precise with where he's going with his units, and he absolutely realizes that. And in fact, HackT sieging up there. MaringKing looks like he wants to go around. But the siege tanks with the shorter rush, this is, oh, he's got to be careful there. HackT cannot be engaging with Marines. He has to have his siege tanks backing him up, or he'll have no chance whatsoever. In fact, MaringKing coming through right now, and these siege tanks are really being worth so much. And HackT with a few more Marines coming up will force MaringKing back. But MaringKing is almost not mining right now. Even though it seems like he's staying kind of even, and the supply isn't so far off, it's still kind of far off, but he's got like no mineral patches left. He's literally mining from 6 patches right now total. So at this point, as HackT continues to just macro out and guard his third base, MaringKing is going to have to come to terms with the fact that he has lost this game. There's really nothing left for him to do at this point. With a nicely placed sensor tower, with a nice siege tank line, and just constant Marine production from HackT, in fact, over twice as much Marine production, plus other units coming out, MaringKing, even with these beautiful 3-3 upgrades, not going to be able to break through here. But he's going to try because he's MaringKing, this is what he does. Well, HackT starting to push out a little bit more. Doesn't have a lot of intel on what's going on over on MaringKing's side of the map. Has no idea if he's retaken the third base. But he is sending a medevac over to that third. And as that medevac lands at the third, I feel like that's when MaringKing is going to have to truly give up on this game. He has absolutely no units over there to defend. Like, all his SCVs are being sent. And in fact, here we go. HackT going to engage this army. Looks like with his siege tank's help, he should be able to blast it away. At the same time, he is hitting the third base. And GG for MaringKing as he realizes that third base is under attack. So, pretty good play from HackT overall that game. A lot better than game number 1. A lot better choices. You know, the one attack he did into the main base, though, that did give MaringKing a nice lead. MaringKing just kind of overextended into a funny position that it was weird for HackT to really have siege tanks in siege mode, so I don't want to hate. So it was kind of weird. But, you know, then HackT overextending a little bit, almost let MaringKing back in. Marine tank can be quite fickle. That is for sure. Well, now we have to see what map does MaringKing want to play. Let me think here. If I'm MaringKing playing against HackT, it's hard to say. You know, you could make the argument for something big like Whirlwind, perhaps something like Belcher Vestige. I would like Daybreak though. I think Daybreak would be a good choice for MaringKing. I think he feels he's a better player. When you feel like you're a better player, Daybreak is normally a good choice. And I've just been invited to the map. It is, in fact, Daybreak. So MaringKing going with the tried and true map, the one that he's played the most for sure. And you know, again, it's a good choice. I think HackT's gonna look at that and be like, oh, okay, he probably wants to play a standard game. I don't think MaringKing has anything special planned here for HackT. I think he's just gonna play a pretty standard game for him. Which, although that does have a pretty wide range, just kind of nebulous, just a standard game for MaringKing. All right, guys, in case you're just tuning in, I'm Artosis. Tasteless is really sick today, so give him some love. I hope he feels better and can cast tomorrow. So I'm casting this all alone because Caldor and Wolf are in Hong Kong getting their visas for BWC next weekend. But yeah, thanks for watching. And sorry about the weird type of commentary. It's hard to commentate alone. Here we go, guys. MaringKing gets HackT. Game number 3. The map is Daybreak. This is the GSL round of 16.